Hi everyone, this is part 2 of our investigation into this fifth wave film. Now, the the fifth wave is all about aliens coming to Earth. And you see how the aliens are represented on this Economist cover with this UFO? And basically, right, the fifth wave was a novel before it was a film. So it says science fiction, but for all we know, it could be science fact because there could be species out there in space who are way more advanced than us. And basically, right, these writers have free will. They can write whatever they want. But ultimately, God already knows what these writers are going to write because it's all spiritually done. So, it says Cassie Sullivan will do whatever it takes to reunite with her brother Sam. So it seems that Nick Robinson plays this Sam guy. And basically, it represents the same person as Sam Witwicky in Transformers. Oh, actually, no. Sorry, I got that wrong. Nick Robinson actually plays Ben Parrish. So it's probably this guy who's Sam. And then look, it says zombie as well. We'll come back to that in a minute. But see, this character is called Lisbeth. Just like Elizabeth in Bioshock Infinite, and just like Mary Elizabeth Winstead. See how this film even came out on the 22nd of January? And my age is 22. And just like Taylor Swift's song, 22. You see, remember, it says zombie here, that he plays a zombie. Well, that represents these same zombies on this Illuminati card game right here. Again, this goes back to like Resident Evil and The Walking Dead and all of that business. Like, even The Fifth Element, which is another science fiction film. I mean, why is this fifth the word, but this is fifth the number? That's a bit strange. But also, right, remember the first letter in the word fifth is F, just like the first letter in the word final is F. This final countdown song by Europe is prophesizing doomsday and the apocalypse. So even like Countdown, the TV show on Channel 4, that is representing counting down to doomsday, where they when they have the clock on the show in every episode. And it's no coincidence that this artist is called Europe. Because Europe will be involved in the doomsday. just like all of the countries in the world will be. Remember the EU referendum that's about to happen? Especially with Obama poking his nose in, and everything that's going on with like the UK and David Cameron and everything. Now, see how they even have this idol worship in Lego Marvel Avengers. So they're brainwashing kids with it as well.
But that was the last normal.
This looks eerily similar to the alien ship in Independence Day. And the alien ship in Independence Day Requiem. It's because it represents the same thing.
My life.
We have reason to believe there's an imminent threat to this location.
All right, stay with your sister.
The waves have begun.
So, this represents like all of the militaries in the world rising up.
Threat to this location.
All right, stay with your sister.
The waves have begun. It started. Coordinated attacks on metropolitan areas.
The first wave knocked out all the power. Then the second wave hit. An earthquake strong enough to shake the entire planet.
See, earthquakes have already started happening in real life, but they're going to escalate and become more powerful.
And the second wave hit.
This like water here, right? Remember there was like similar water in the Hunger Games?
Quake strong enough to shake the entire planet.
And this is like the day after tomorrow, where everything goes underwater, including the Statue of Liberty. It represents taking the Americans' liberty away. That's why in the latest episode of The Americans on FX, you saw David Copperfield make the Statue of Liberty disappear. Even on The Americans, where they have that rat in like a container, well, the rat's tail represents the worms coming.
With the third wave.
Oh.
With the third wave.
Right. Here, these birds are probably like ravens. And it's just like the CBBC program, Raven. But it's also like the ravens in Resident Evil. And also like the Order of the Raven in Bioshock Infinite. But these also like represent like the bats in Batman as well.
These spread across the.
So here's like all of like the disease and the epidemic happening. This represents like Ebola and the T virus in Resident Evil.
By the fourth wave, they were among us.
The others have the ability to inhabit human homes.
Us.
This close-up of an eye here represents the Illuminati eye.
The others have the ability to inhabit human hosts.
They have the ability to inhabit human hosts, just like Hive inhabits Ward's body in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and he also inhabits loads of other people's bodies, such as Daisy's. See, this here represents the Visors coming with the mind control.
Anywhere. We can't trust anyone anymore. We can't trust any.
She's got a bear in her hand, representing the feet of a bear. The feet of a bear, just like here.
The others took my brother.
Wait a second. It's going too quickly, sorry guys. See how this thing is crashing into the car here? Well, this reminds me of like the end of 10 Cloverfield Lane.
The others took my brother, and I'm gonna go get him.
You will learn to think, move, and fight like soldiers.
They're training
And fight like soldiers.
these kids to fight like Nazis.
I want to be ready.
You won't get very far on your own. Grab the gun and snap my hand away. Good.
I was supposed to fight them with.
Good.
See this helicopter here? It represents Lex Luthor's helicopter in Batman v Superman, but also Kingpin's helicopter in Daredevil. See the helicopter right there? This Illuminati card game cover.
Supposed to fight them if I don't even know what they are.
What are you? They took everything from me. My sister's coming.
See all the people wearing blue, representing Jesus and God in the light?
This is our world. This is our world. This is our me. Sister's coming. Dad! This is our. Sister's coming. Dad! This is our.
See, it's so fast, guys. This is how people don't notice.
They took everything from me. My sister's coming. Dad!
This represents like the police state coming with the martial law.
This is our world. This is our home. Our only choice is to take it back. Drop it!
I know you're human,
How?
because if you were one of them, you would have shot me already.
See how, like, everybody who is infected by Hive just, like, kills without a second thought. But, I mean, in one of the recent episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Simmons and Fitz were very lucky to escape Hive. I really don't know why Hive didn't kill them. They're always showing this imagery of buildings collapsing. Remember how the Twin Towers collapsed? Buildings getting destroyed. Just like in the Avengers. and in Transformers.